Hai, selamat tahun baru. My name is Amber, and now I'm going to make presentation with my friend, CY Liyuan and Wenbo. We are going to share our research of big data and cloud computing with you guys.
What is big data and cloud computing? Big data refers to datasets that cannot be captured, managed, and processed by conventional software within a specific time frame. It is a huge, high-growth, and diversified information asset. The five most significant characteristics of big data is capacity, speed, diversity, value, and accuracy. Cloud computing is a kind of distributed computing. It means that the network cloud decomposes huge data processing programs into countless small programs, and then processes and analyzes the small programs through a system composed of multiple servers, get results, and provide them to users. The definition of big data. The strategic significance of big data technology lies not in master massive amounts of data information, but in the specialized processing of this meaningful data. Big data is characterized by distributed data, meaning of massive data. But it must rely on distributed processing of cloud computing, distributed database, and cloud storage, and virtualization technologies. Technologies applicable to big data include massively parallel processing database, data meaning distributed file systems, distributed database, cloud computing platforms, the internet, and scalable storage systems. The overview of cloud computing. Cloud is essentially a network. In narrow sense, cloud computing is a resource of the network. Users can obtain resources on the cloud at any time according to their needs. In a broad sense, cloud computing is related to information technology and software, internet-related service. Cloud computing collects many computing resources and relies automatic management through software. In short, cloud computing is not a new network technology. It is a new concept of the network applications. The structure of big data and cloud computing. Big data includes structured, semi-structured, and unstructured data. And unstructured data is increasingly become a major part of data, represented by the innovative background of cloud computing technology. It's difficult to collect and use the data seem to be easy to use.
Background and development. With the rapid development and advancement of technology, the need to process larger amounts of data is becoming more and more urgent. In this case, big data, a fairly new technology, is used to calculate and analyze reasonably high data sets, which may not be handled by traditional data processing methods. The uniqueness of the big data depends on how it works, observing and track everything that happens, not sampling. Nowadays, meaning data is playing an increasingly important role in internet research, financial technology, urban informatics, government, scientific research, and other fields. For cloud computing, it is proposed that people can share the spare computing power of computers at the responsible cost. To be more precise, cloud computing refers to be on-demand availability of computer system resource and computer capability without the need for user to directly activity manager them. According to use trust in their work and cloud service, cloud computing can be divided into three types. SaaS, which means that the entry software can be used on the internet, and the users do not even have to an IT team. PaaS, where the hardware, both the software and the software are handed over third party for management. The last one is IaaS. This is cloud service only provide software infrastructure.
Here's CY for the application of big data and cooling computing. The big data requires a new processing model with stronger decision-making capabilities. The insights and processing optimization capabilities to update to large scales, the high-grown and diversion information assets. The McKinsey Global Institute defines it as a large-scale dataset which far extends to the functions of traditional database software tools in terms of acquisition, storage, management, and analysis. It has the characteristics of massive data scales, fast data flow, multi-data type, and low value density. The strategic meaning of big data technology is not in masking the massive amount of the data information, but is in specialized process of this meaningful data. From the technical point, the big data and cold computing are closely related to two aspects of the coins. The big data cannot be processed by one computer, so a distributed structure must be adopted. Its function is for the distributed data meaning of massive data, but it must rely on the distributed process of the cold computing, distributed database, and cold storage, and virtualization technology. With the advent of the cold area, big data and attracted more and more attention. The big data requires special techniques to effectively process large amount of the data over time. Technology applicable to the big data include the massively parallel processing database, the data meaning, distributed file system, distributed database, could compute platform, the internet, and scalable storage system.
Now we look at page 5. Big data is a general term used to refer to various data existing in the current business field. The great thing about information technology is that it's constantly evolving and companies willing to accept it and can use it. On the other hand, the growth of cloud computing has made it easier for companies to access affordable software package. The use of cloud computing has greatly reduced the cost of storing companies' information. Big data can be used to manage how to store large amounts of data through the cloud. The solutions provided by those two forms of technology are both suitable for business analysis and big data. For companies and organizations that have tight budget and need to update their technology, cloud computing may be a great solution. Even for small companies, the cost resource used to manage big data can be controlled within budget. Before the advent of cloud computing, business and government agencies spend a lot of money to establish information technology departments to manage data.
Conclusion. In this report, we introduced in details what big data and cloud computing are, from the definition of big data, an overview of cloud computing, the structure of big data, and the characteristics of the cloud computing. In addition, the report also discussed the development path of big data and cloud computing, including the background and the development of big data and cloud computing. And we also introduced the current specific applications of big data and cloud computing. It also analyzes the opportunities and the threats that may be encountered in the development of the big data and cloud computing. Two mainstream technologies has become the focus of attention in the IT field: big data and cloud computing, and the simplicity they provide is the main reason why many companies adopt them. The combination of the two bring beneficial results to the organization, showing that big data and cloud computing are valuable technologies in themselves. From a business perspective, cloud computing and big data are two cores of the enterprise digitalization. Cloud computing unveils enterprise IT architecture, business architecture, and data architecture, not only hosting business in an intensive manner, but also collecting business data. Cloud computing provides basic functions for big data storage, rapid processing and analysis, and mining. Big data processing functions can be provided as cloud computing service to enrich the functions of cloud computing platforms. Big data analysis can generate predictive capabilities, business insights, and guide the construction of cloud platforms. From the perspective of the value of the application technology and big data, the essence of the integrating big data into cloud computing lies in the cloud computing. Because there are extremely rich data as a basis, which can almost make significant and regular random events appear in large number of the repetitions. The inevitable measurement and prediction result under the circumstances.
Yeah, here is all of our presentation, and if you have any question, please let me know. And take care during the MCO. 散会。